It's Wednesday, time to head out to Swamico for a trip to the new zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us live with more. Good morning, Neil.
Hey, Neil.
Hey, good morning. And of course, we're one of the zoo favorites over here. Actually, I should say two of the zoo favorites. We have our Aldabra tortoises, and these are giant tortoises. They currently now are living in the children's zoo area, and this is their night building. And with giant tortoises, in all tortoises, of course, they're cold-blooded reptiles, so you know their heat is derived from not only the physical activity that they do throughout the day, but also their environment. So at night we have to take special precautions in here to make sure that they're nice and warm. Now their optimal temperature, their body temperature, should be around 78 degrees. So what we do inside this building is we set up a few different heat sources. As you can see, each of them have their own little heat lamp. So they can get right underneath there, they can bask underneath the heat lamp. Now we have the full spectrum fluorescent lights on right now, that's just so you can see them in here. But at night, those would be off, just be the red heat lamps. And they'll go to an opportunity, they'll get underneath there and they'll bask, and they'll get up to the temperature that they want. Then they can cool off, they can move to different areas. So you want to have different temperature gradients in here. In addition to that, you want to have a backup system where we have a little heater, a little portable, like a farmhouse heater in here, which also, in case the lights go out or we've got a problem there, that this heater will be kicking on so we can maintain the temperature. But, you know, what happens if we have a power outage and this isn't all working and everything? What we do have is over to the left over here up on the wall, we have an alarm system. And this is real important, and we have several alarm systems like this throughout the zoo, but especially when you're dealing with cold-blooded animals that have to maintain a certain body temperature. Now, as we're getting into the fall, this becomes a little bit more crucial because they have a particular range. Once it gets below 50 degrees, then we would have to go ahead and move them. So they'll stay out here in this exhibit and get out during the day. When the temperature turns about 60 degrees, we go ahead and let them outside. Even if it's a little bit cooler, we can do that if the sun's out as well. But that temperature sensor, you know, that will go off in case whether it gets too hot in this particular building or if it gets too cold, and that's for us to go ahead and get moving with these guys and make sure they're in a safe place at that time as well.
So do you still move them during the winter?
Yeah, we do. Now we move them from this particular exhibit. They go up behind me is the children's zoo barn, and they'll spend the winter inside the barn. But you know, the next segment we're going to talk about. You know, these guys are getting a new home. Remember, we've been fundraising for a new home for these guys, and we did have a donor come forward. Oh. And these guys are going to spend they're actually going to spend the last winter up in the children's zoo barn, and this will really be their last fall down here in the exhibit, and they're going to get a brand new exhibit next year, and we're going to tell you the next segment, give you an idea what that exhibit's going to look like, where it's going to be located in the park. But this is it's going to be a fun experience, not only for the tortoises, but for the visitors alike too.
Well, yeah, I can tell how excited they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I can tell. Look at that. Wow.
Well, they're packing.
Settle down, guys.
They're getting ready to pack. They're trying to figure out what they want to take with them.
Oh, okay.
Right,
They're busy thinking.
That's what's going on.
Okay,
Thanks, Neil.